everyone, I am Dr. Jaspreet here, and in this video I want to highlight the consequences of interaction of root canal irrigants. We commonly use a combination of antibacterial and decalcifying agents such as sodium hypochlorite, EDTA, chlorhexidine and citric acid for complete debridement of root canal space. However, an interaction of these irrigants with each other may cause detrimental effects on the root surface dentine and periradicular tissues. Let us see what happens when these irrigants interact with each other. The effectiveness of sodium hypochlorite is compromised when we use EDTA or citric acid immediately after rinsing the canals with sodium hypochlorite, because this interaction reduces the amount of available chlorine, although it retains the chelating property of EDTA. It is important to note that the use of sodium hypochlorite again after rinsing the canal with EDTA or citric acid may be a problem, as it may cause dentine erosion by destroying the collagen matrix of the dentine. Some clinicians also prefer using chlorhexidine as a final rinse protocol because of its antimicrobial activity and substantivity. However, an interaction of chlorhexidine with sodium hypochlorite produces a toxic substance which is orange-brown insoluble precipitate known as parachloraniline. This parachloraniline causes dentine discoloration. It may even occlude the dentinal tubules and interfere with the seal of root canal obturation. Lastly, the interaction of chlorhexidine with EDTA forms a milky white precipitate which reduces the ability of EDTA to remove smear layer efficiently. All this can be minimized by flushing out the irrigants with intermediate solutions such as distilled water, saline and absolute alcohol, which can either be 70% isopropyl alcohol or 90 to 95% ethanol. I believe this information will benefit you in your practice. Stay tuned to Endomania for more informative videos in the future. Thank you.